Hello.
Howdy, howdy, howdy. Welcome back to SciTrek, your sci-fi TV and movie channel. And welcome back to Stargate Outpost.
Yeah.
This overlay is a little bit different than it usually ends up. That actually is kind of a little bit nicer to just start it off.
Yeah, we're not like having to lean over and be like, hey.
It's because we're set up differently. That's what it is. It still does the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? We might have to start
Well,
doing
that
that.
works. Either way works.
Yeah. Well, welcome back to Stargate Outpost, y'all. This is part two. Part two. Ranking every Stargate ship. Ever, kind of, sort of, mostly. The ones that we get, all the ones that are on Gate World, at least, that we have downloaded and on this tier list. Speaking of the tier list, let me go ahead and bring it back up. This is what we have so far. I'm going to zoom in for us. Oh,
yeah, that's a little tiny. That's better.
Is that a little bit more visible?
That's good. Or what you just did was good. Yeah. That's right there is good.
Howdy, howdy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we got this, and then we're, of course, going off of this list here from Gate World, and we stopped right in this kind of region.
Hey, I think the Korolev, or however you pronounce that, I think that's the last one we did, I think.
Yeah, somewhere right in this area. Yeah, that makes sense, because I don't remember. Well, maybe we did that. Whatever, something like that. Somewhere in that region. And we're going to go until we can't figure out which ship is which and do a speed run real quick of what we've covered so far. So, obviously, an Outcache. We know what that is. So now we'll go here. And an Outcache is, I guess, just this one. Or is that? It's this one, right? Am I crazy?
Let me look it up.
No. It's the bigger one. And y'all help us out. We're trying to speedrun it, of course. I think it was this one. So we're going to go with that one real quick. After Outcache. Oh. Go back. We've got the Ancient City ship.
Yeah.
Well, we know what that is. That's this one down here, right by Atlantis. Or no, that's this one right by Atlantis, the first one.
That's basically the same thing as Atlantis, isn't it? Just
it's Atlantis 2.
Yeah.
An Ancient Siege ship is next. And that's essentially the same thing as Destiny, which we put also, right?
Mm-hmm. Impossible, yeah.
Yeah, okay. And then, of course, Ancient Transport. Oh, well, we lost the image. Okay, well, we'll go right to the warship. That, which, of course, we also put down pretty hard. I thought it was impossible for a second. That's pretty hard.
Yeah.
After that, Ancient Anubis' escape pod. That's an easy one, of course. Right.
Yeah, I think the too easy, that little flying saucer looking thing. Yep.
Yeah, the frisbee.
Yeah.
Anubis' mothership, of course, we know that one. That's this one.
I think so, yeah. It's hard to see.
Yeah, the background was really hard on it.
I think that's the one, yeah. And I know there's like the Asgard Harvest or Asgard science vessel or whatever, and the Asgard ship.
Yeah, Apollo
mothership.
Yeah. Apophis' mothership.
Yeah. Okay.
That's the prototype. This one's the prototype.
Yeah.
But this was Anubis' mothership.
Mm-hmm.
This one's Apophis'. Oh, back here. Found him.
Mm-hmm.
All right. This is not going to be a 3-minute speed run. It's going to be more like an 8-minute speed run, but we got this. Am I crazy? Okay. Apophis' prototype ship. That we just saw that one.
Yeah, we got
the Ashen Harvester and the Asgard mothership. The Ashen Harvester.
That's the too easy, the one in the middle there. I'm too easy.
I'm trying to get that away. It's not going away.
Yeah.
Yeah. That one, and then the Asgard mothership is.
I think it's that one in the middle on the Impossible, isn't it?
This one. Oh, this.
I think it's that one. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And then Science Vessel, Atlantis, and Aurora. We can get those pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Science Vessel is the other one, or that one. It's one of these two.
Yeah.
I think it's the top one. Because this is the Daniel Jackson, right?
Yeah, but I think they're the same ship, essentially. I mean, maybe one's a little bit more advanced, but yeah.
Kind of like one of these is this is just the Jack O'Neill version of that, correct?
Yeah.
Cool. And the Aurora is the big other warship, right? It's just another one of these, right? I think
so.
Do we put that specific one down? Chat, let us know if we did not. Yeah, let us know real quick. After that, BC 304, of course. We know where that one is. Bedrosian Shuttle Pod and the Biliskner. That one's down at the bottom as well. And the Breeder Bomber and the Breeder Drone. Okay, we know where all of 5 of those are. So BC 304. Okay. Down there, Biliskner, Breeder Bomber and Drone.
Yep.
Bedrosian Shuttle. And
that's from New Ground.
And the last was the BC 304, which is, I think, just one of. I honestly don't remember which one's which for one of them.
It's somewhere in there. I think, is it that one or is that the Daedalus? Anyway.
Yeah. That I don't remember exactly. We might see
one of those. Yeah.
Cargo carrier, of course, is up top.
Yeah.
Cargo ship. Okay. That's the one that I was mistaken for the thing on the A's that I can't think of course right now, of course. Cerberus, we of course know. The Chops and the Chops class mothership. We know where those are. Boom. And I think the other one is maybe that's the other one. That's also a Chops class mothership. Or
it's hard to see.
Yeah. Because this was Apophysis, but I think it would double it up kind of. But that of course is the transport ship.
Yeah.
And the shuttle up there.
Right.
Let me get rid of that right there. So we can see just a little bit.
The Daniel Jackson is like that other Asgard science vessel.
Yeah, because now we have Daniel Jackson and Daedalus both down there. The Dart and Death Glider. Those are all pretty good. Death Glider. Dart is the weird shaped thing because it just doesn't show up very well. Where was it? Oh no.
Yeah, some of those it's like, what is that a picture? Oh, that was
I moved things around just a little bit and I threw myself off in the whole thing. I tried to make it all more manageable because we're gonna add a bunch to it, of course.
Right. Are we gonna add to this one or are we gonna start with a clean sheet?
I think we're gonna duplicate this and then delete some of these things real quick.
Yeah.
Which might be an easy way to actually show some of these things real quick. Hey, look, that's where one of these things are hiding. That's probably like the Daedalus in there.
I think is that one right there is the Daedalus, I think. Like you're seeing the front of it.
Yeah, these 3 are Daedalus. One of them's not the Korolev. Maybe this one's the Korolev. Yeah, we're about to go. You'll have to watch the last one too, you know? There's the Dart. We found the Dart.
Yeah.
But yeah, just takes a second. All right. Well, you know what? Honestly, some things don't go all the way through like you think they might. Let's go ahead and just get into this next one because this is going to take us forever just trying to figure this out. It was a fun thought. let us go. Let's pick the right thing that we think we were on. You said right after Korolev, or maybe the Lantian ship down there, right?
I think we left off with the Korolev, I'm pretty sure.
Okay. What is? It's like dragging extra hard. There we go. Cool. You can tell my tech skills are just shining. Down here.
I don't think I do much better. So.
I could do it 3 times to click Korolev. It was the Korolev. Cool.
Yep.
The weird little shadowy thing was the Korolev.
Yeah. Yep. All right.
Proud of that one. Howdy, David.
Hello, David. I was looking at some of your stuff you did on Facebook, and I like it.
Oh, I saw something. I didn't actually get to look at it, though.
The Babylon 5 one is really good. He did another Stargate one of all 3 series, too. It's really good.
That one and the Babylon 5 were both really, really good. There was a new one today. I just didn't see what it was. Okay, yeah, we totally did the ancient warship, the Lantian warship.
Mm-hmm. Or we did, it might have been, we did another version of it earlier. I don't remember, but.
Did we do these?
Oh, Martin's escape pod. That's the one guy, right? From the.
Yeah. We didn't do these yet, did we?
No, we didn't.
Okay, let's start with Martin's escape pod. Cool.
Yeah.
Easy place to start.
The alien guy, right? The nerdy alien guy.
Nerdy alien, human, bald, fun.
Yeah. He was in Sex in the City also. If you watch Sex in the City, I don't know. He was in that too. But anyway.
I have not, but I mean, obviously, it's supposed to be a great show.
Yeah.
What does it remove? Okay, cool. I was hoping it wasn't just going to remove half of everything. We can totally minimize that, though. Where are we thinking that escape pod is? Because it brought him all the way to Earth and was it able to defend him a little bit? I don't necessarily remember. Let's go back here. Short range drop craft from Martin's escape ship.
I think it's probably easy.
Yeah, that's not going to be a very strong
like an escape pod. It's not, yeah.
Anything. Looks like a better escape pod than even some of the freaking old ones, but that's not going anywhere. All right. Well, next up, we got Martin's escape ship, and then I guess we can go ahead and just do those 3 right there. Martin's escape glider or death glider. Yeah. Booyah. Triple it up.
Show up in Wormhole Extreme? Is that where that ship shows up?
It's the one that flies overhead and they all think is some
special effects.
Cool special effects, right? Yeah. I love those Wormhole Extreme ones. Hey, Gate World, we're watching the I guess Dial the Gate also, all in the same kind of wheelhouse. Dial the Gate does kind of their Wormhole Extreme things on Sundays, kind of right after our typical sci-fi Sundays. Kind of the perfect place to go hang out. Keep you guys Stargate oriented. All right, Death Glider. They think of special effects. Cool.
Challenging, maybe.
And that's the big old escape ship. Should we read about them?
The Death Glider, I'm fine with putting it challenging. The escape ship, I don't know. Do we get anything about what kind of weaponry it has or anything like that? I don't know.
I'm not sure, and that's kind of why I was like, maybe read, because
it kind of looks like a challenging, maybe.
It's the type of the Gould. Upon reaching Earth, they abandoned the ship in the pool. Oh, so it was just like a transport ship.
Oh, okay.
So probably not all that big, but strong enough to get them across the galaxy. Probably challenging, just like the Death Glider.
Yeah, that's what I'd say. I mean, it must have some kind of weapons or something.
Yeah, something to protect the people. And if they're able to program a Death Glider like that, or one of them was able to program a Death Glider like that, they ought to be able to do something. The Needle Threader, of course. Such a cool one. And then the O'Neill. Getting back to some Asgard ships.
Mm-hmm.
Needle Threader and Asgard. We thought about doing it the fast way, but it's so much easier to do it whenever you can actually read what you are doing.
Yeah.
So we go through it one step at a time. We just did I just do needle threader or O'Neill? I think I just did needle threader. Yeah,
Needle
cool.
threader, I think is what you're on. Yeah. And then, okay.
There's the O'Neill, and here's needle threader.
Mm-hmm.
Chat, where are we at?
Who had the needle threaders? Yikes.
LOL. Oh, Starship. Oh, that's funny. I get it. Okay, sorry. What were you saying?
What was I saying? Who had the needle threader? I was trying to remember where that appeared. I was looking that up. Oh, it's a Gould fighter. Okay. Does that mean it was designed to go through the gate because it's got like the little round?
Yeah.
Okay. I would say that's probably between easy and challenging. Maybe we'll say challenging.
I probably think it's challenging because it have to be just as probably exactly where they put a death glider.
Yeah.
And the modified death glider is right here, so kind of same thing. It just goes through a gate. But the O'Neill, where's the O'Neill go? The Asgard's.
To me, almost everything Asgard is like near impossible because they've got the advanced. They can make pyramids disappear or whatever. I think that's pretty big deal. But
does it go on impossible? I mean, or pretty hard. Chat.
I wouldn't hate it if somebody wanted to argue pretty hard, but I'll go with impossible. But
I think it's arguable for pretty hard, but I'm with you.
Yeah.
I'm just let's go. Sweet. All right. Okay. Next up, we got the Odyssey. Oh, cool. Okay. Odyssey, Elysian security vessel. Construction with 3 thrusters and likely weaponry. And Oran.
I don't remember that ship.
Smuggle weapons.
I mean, they're finding like every ship that's ever been in any episode. Sometimes it's like you're supposed to remember that one.
Yeah, let's see if we actually downloaded these. Because I think I might have skipped over some. No, I even did frickin' Oran right there. No way. Oran, Elysian, and Odyssey, correct?
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Where's the Odyssey go? Is that impossible? Is that because it?
Pretty hard.
Tech, right? Or does it die before that? No, is the Odyssey doesn't die? Am I crazy?
I say pretty hard for the Odyssey.
There we go. We had to move some of that just to be more manageable. Pretty hard? All right. Okay.
Yeah. You still have the list, though. You're not showing the.
Oh my God. My bad. There we go.
Yeah.
Well, y'all didn't see how crazy hard it was to manage for just a second. Welcome to nice, smooth, just hanging out. Oh, look, right there.
Yeah.
Pretty hard, chat. Y'all good? Looks like a hunter killer from Terminator franchise. Braytac and Hammond save SG-1 from Hathor with an Eagle Threader wasn't popular because not enough pilots were skilled enough to fly it. Oh, cool. Okay. That's actually a good in-universe way of thinking about that.
Yeah.
So that was the Odyssey.
Yeah.
So what?
The Athosian. Is that the Athosian? Elysian security vessel? The one you've highlighted right now.
This one, the Elysian.
Easy to me.
Yeah.
I mean, it does have some weaponry, but
it just goes
yeah.
right there. It's not meant to actually have defense, just because it's security, right?
Yeah. The Oran ship, I don't remember that. So
if it's used to smuggle stuff, I would assume it's got a little something. So challenging, maybe
Yeah.
just by default.
If it's a smuggling ship, they've got to have at least one good weapon on there.
They got something, you know.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, let's go on to Ori Fighter over here. Okay. Well, these ships are freaking Ori. Just the fighters, though.
Yeah,
Then we have the Ori warship. Sorry.
I would say pretty hard because they basically do they use like ancient technology to a degree? I don't know if they're equal with ancients, but it's up there.
That's when the sci-fi goes a little fantasy on us. So
yeah. Mm-hmm.
But I guess it is rooted in something still a little sci-fi, just more ethereal nonetheless. Okay, I went.
Maybe the fighters are challenging. I don't know. I'm kind of torn. Are they challenging or pretty hard? I'm trying to. I mean, the warships, I would say, are.
I think they were pretty hard, honestly.
Yeah.
Oh, it doesn't want to remove that background thing. Warship looks good though.
Mm-hmm.
You think pretty hard, maybe for these guys?
Yeah.
Cool. Now the warships. I know where I'm putting.
I want to say impossible, but I don't know.
I think they're right there. Those things were tricky.
Mm-hmm.
Those. Oh no! Oh, I just want to make sure we can see the right thing. Yeah, that is huge though. There we are.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No. The Ori ships.
Yeah.
Yeah. Totally.
Yep.
It's hard enough remembering what day it is. Let alone I can't even speak now. Let alone all these ships. That is the truth. But we are getting through it one way or another. Honestly though, I mean, these are just fun to do. But it's insane how many ships went through Stargate that you just don't think about. That we totally forget. Oran, that's a cool smuggling ship. I'd like to know more about it, but I didn't realize it even existed for a little bit. You know.
Right. I think it does list what episode they're in too when you look it up. But
yeah, so many elements to it all. Ori are on par with the ancients. Massacred a fleet of Hatak 2303s in an Asgard ship. That's what I'm thinking. Those things are just they're dangerous. They're killers.
Mm-hmm.
But to continue, we have Orion. Speaking of a named ship that we do kind of remember though. An Orion, and then Osiris's ship. And how about Phoenix while we're at it?
Mm-hmm. I know Phoenix, obviously, they're all kind of the.
Uh-oh. Oh, no. Reload the page. There we go. I was like... Because, okay, yeah, we technically already did the George Hammond, so we don't have to do the Phoenix.
Yeah.
But, oh my God, uploads. There we are. Let's go. I guess I put the Phoenix there, so we can put it where the good old George Hammond was, which was pretty hard, I believe. Or was it not? That was, yeah, pretty hard.
Yeah.
Well, we can actually check. Yeah, it's not an impossible, so it's got to be pretty hard over there.
Yeah. I would say that because we hadn't really fully integrated the Asgard technology. We're still kind of. I mean, we had a lot of it, but not.
Yeah, they hadn't just given us all that information just yet. Osiris's ship, though.
That seems like
You said what?
That seems like a nothing, but
it's nothing. But it looks so cool. I love it actually. I think it'd be like a cool little like society ship or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, is challenging a good spot to put it?
Yeah, I think so.
That was just kind of like the natural place, I thought.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Poros? Oh, a specific Elysian security vessel. So we know exactly where that's going to go.
Yeah, that's the same as the other ones. Okay.
Prometheus, the OG.
Mm-hmm. Pretty hard.
Oh, a puddle jumper, and just a general pyramid ship. Okay, all right. Let's toss them on.
All right.
What are we thinking for all these?
You got to switch back to the tier. Of course, we already have that up there. Just another version of it. Prometheus, I'd put pretty hard.
I might even put it on challenging, just because it was the very first one.
Mm-hmm.
But
Oh, yeah, I don't know. Did it have a hyperdrive? I don't
pretty
know.
hard too.
I get all the. I mean, they're all kind of like the same ship in my mind. I know there's like different ones, but
That's I have trouble differentiating what's
yeah,
what.
yeah,
I just read that little blurb on the bubble whenever I was downloading it from Gate World, and it said
yeah.
that it was the first one. I was like, well, I guess it didn't ultimately last that long. Longer than most, I guess.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is over there. Just a modified individual little security vessel. The puddle jumper is important, but the Prometheus.
Yeah.
Chat, what are we thinking?
For the puddle jumper?
Did it even have a hyperdrive? I don't think it even had a hyperdrive. That's kind of where I'm thinking it might be on challenging over pretty hard.
Yeah.
Challenging?
Yeah.
Okay.
For the puddle jumper?
Oh, no. For Prometheus. Sorry, I know puddle jumper is highlighted.
Yeah.
Did I put Prometheus down there? I don't believe I did. There it is.
Yeah.
It's a beauty, though.
Yep.
That's such a cool starship.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is. Is that the one that Jay has the model of? Anyway.
No, I think he has a lighter one. It's
okay.
He has the Daedalus.
Oh, he has the Daedalus. Yeah, that's right. I think that's right. Puddle jumper. I want to say challenging, but I mean, challenging is what first comes to mind, but it could be pretty hard also. Especially if you have do you have the time travel one or not?
I don't know if I have the time travel one on here, honestly.
I think that's probably on the list, down the list further, I think.
I would think it would be.
Yeah, somewhere. Anyway, this is just your standard puddle jumper.
It's just standard puddle jumper. Chat, what are y'all thinking? Because
I guess it's challenging because I mean, it's very versatile and it does have some weapons, but I just don't know if the weapons are that great.
I'd say pretty, because it has a hyperdrive too, doesn't it?
I think so.
Challenging?
Yeah. I'm saying, I mean, if we're putting the Daedalus as pretty hard, then I think puddle jumper would have to, and I love puddle jumpers. I mean, they're versatile, you know, they can go through the gate, all that stuff.
Yeah.
You can turn them into time machines, apparently. That kind of stuff.
Kind of with McPuffin Muffin here, where I think the puddle jumper could take out even Prometheus. Yeah, O'Neill took a hat tag down with the puddle jumper one shot. I think they're pretty strong.
All right.
Yep.
I don't hate it. I mean, I'm just saying, like, I want it to be in pretty hard, but it feels like challenging. But I'm cool with it being pretty hard. That's where I'd want it to be, really. But I just didn't know if it really belonged there or not. Anyway.
I just feel like it's versatile enough to make
I think the versatility makes it. It can maneuver pretty well and stuff, too. So
very cool. Then I guess no pyramid ship, so we're going Raw's mothership, replicator cruiser after that. So that's gonna be that big specific one there. That's gonna have that's gonna be very strong.
Replicator cruiser's got to be at least pretty hard, if not maybe impossible.
I would think right next door to it, if not.
Yeah.
Replicator ship and then the spider ship. Oh yeah, that freaking thing.
Oh.
I don't mind spiders, but I wouldn't want to be under that thing.
Nope. It looks like a claw more than a spider.
Yeah. It looks
Like
like
a
you're just
crab.
getting under a giant machine that's just going for you.
Like that, what was that really bad Will Smith movie? West, what was it called?
Was it Wild West?
Wild Wild West, yeah.
Wild
That's what
West.
it reminds me of. That's what it reminds me of. Yeah.
One more. The warship, right? Oh.
Ra's mothership, replicator ship, spider ship. Anyway.
Well, we're talking about the spider ship. Let's talk about the spider ship. What are we thinking for the spider ship, y'all?
You gotta switch the screen.
Good point. I have been doing all this right here. My bad, y'all. You know what's challenging
I would
is,
say, can the spider ship fly, or is it just on the ground kind of thing?
you know what? Let me go right back over here real quick, and I can read it for us real fast.
Yeah.
Agile craft constructed and used by the replicators. Its overall design is similar to the standard replicator spider, but has 6 legs instead of 4. Smaller than the replicator cruiser, it's capable of making hyperspace jumps.
Okay, so it's just flying. Okay.
Yeah, it can. Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah. So what are we thinking for that thing? Because that thing's actually
pretty hard. Pretty hard, probably.
I'm with you on that. Yeah. Oh. There we go. All right, big giant spiders. So many things. Honestly, I might have to bring the background back on that. Oh no. What did I do? Oh.
Okay. When it took out the background, it kind of.
Anyway, all I know how to do is just press back. I'm not all that fancy tech-wise. Oops. Okay, we're going to have one big giant.
I wouldn't do much better. I shouldn't be laughing.
No, please
Spider
laugh.
ship is a little bit, I have to say.
Okay, cool. Okay, there we go. All right, spider guy, pretty hard. Chat, y'all down with that? Is that pretty, that makes sense? No fireball launcher with this one, though? Nope. Yeah, that one's pretty hard. That one's, I think.
Yeah. I think the big ship is like impossible. I agree with that.
Yeah. How about
the cruiser, I guess it's called. Yeah, the cruiser. Just a regular replicator ship. Probably pretty hard, I guess.
I think it would be too.
Yeah.
And then this thing.
Oh, where?
Impossible.
Yeah.
Yeah. No doubt about that one. That one can honestly start the impossibles off just because it's that big blocky thing right there.
Yeah.
It'll make sense. Almost.
I like the joke, David. It's a dad joke, but I like it.
Oh. Going back to see it. The spider ship must have good web access.
Ra's ship. It's huge. It carries death gliders or whatever, right?
It does. I think we kind of put its class at challenging or pretty hard last. It's pretty hard. It's got to be. Oh no. Yeah.
Oh, we put it challenging. In the middle there, in challenging.
Because that's right. Because it sits on top of that, and this is just a specific version. Yeah.
Mainly because it's just it's huge. I don't know if it really does much itself. It's got the death gliders to kind of protect it.
We can double check real quick. I don't believe it has anything fancy.
Unless you ring a nuke up into it.
Yeah, that'll do the trick real quick.
Yeah.
As well as a number of cats significant in Egyptian mythology. Destroyed. Yeah, it doesn't really say anything that would differentiate it, I guess, from a typical thing. All right. Well, after that, we're in S's. We're getting down in there. All right. We got the scout ship, Cerberus, and the siege ship, Okay, we've already put tail tack on the last one. So unless I
Yeah,
download
the scout ship,
we
yeah.
don't really have to do that.
No.
Cerberus. We already did that one as well.
I think we did because it was called something else earlier, and then I'm pretty sure we did that one before. Maybe
I'm pretty positive too. I just don't. There's so
it's hard
much.
to see it.
I'm like touching each one individually just to make sure I know which one's what. Oh, there it is. Found it with the moon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Cool.
Yep.
Just takes a second sometimes.
Mm-hmm. We get
Uh
there.
oh. Trying to get it perfect. There we are. Okay, back to our list.
Seed
Okay, we're
ship
doing ours.
was basically Destiny, right?
Yeah, we already did that one as well.
Okay, yeah.
So Cerberus and Seed Strip, we've already done the first 3 of S's. See,
Yeah.
we're really going through.
Stromos.
Stromos, yes.
Not one we've done before, I don't think. Sleeper ship.
Containing more than 1,000 individuals, each from destroyed world of Talthus.
Oh.
Capable of rendering life forms unconscious of indeterminate periods of time.
Is that from SG1 or Atlantis? Tenor. Oh, it's from
SG1.
Okay, yeah.
I had to think about it too. If it didn't say it, I might not have got.
Because at first I thought maybe it was that ship in Atlantis where they like kind of plugged in and got into the virtual reality of the people that were asleep on the ship or stored in the ship or something. Anyway, that was a totally different thing. Okay.
Yeah.
Um.
Because I don't remember if it had weapons or not, but just thinking about like cryogenics capabilities. Sun Tzu, we obviously know the Sun Tzu.
Mhm.
Let's just go ahead and toss those both on here. Oh, let me go ahead and bring it back to this page. There's the Stromos.
That's
Without
probably
weapon,
challenging.
what do you think?
Well, I don't know if it's just a easy,
Well, I would think it has weapons too, maybe,
right?
but it doesn't specify. I don't know if the ability to keep people alive makes it stronger, but I'd
Mhm.
like it to in theory. I just don't think it does. So what? You think easy or challenging?
Oh, so,
Because we did talk about doing it at the peak last time. So like if it was at its peak capabilities, where would it be like? I do like the design as well, McBuffy.
mhm.
Ooh. Speaking of Raw's ship, I saw they're auctioning off Raw's puppet of the movie. From the movie, excuse me. I thought I'd mention it.
Yeah, I saw that somewhere. I don't know if it was Twitter or Instagram or whatever, but yeah.
Nukes inside anything that makes the nuke more destructive when in a near vacuum environment.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
Well, okay. At its peak, though, if it has just to say minor like defense capabilities,
I think it'd be probably pretty easy. So anyway, we weren't showing too easy before, and that's the ships from last week. Too easy. Nope. In the current one, we still have last week's too easy ships in there.
Oh yeah, that's
because we had it zoomed in. We weren't showing the too easy was cut off. I don't think we realized. It's all right.
That makes so much more sense. That's why it was so clogged up down at the bottom. I'm that'll throw me off in a big way. We're with it.
Yeah.
Take a second.
I mean, I think we're still good.
Did it crash or was it shot down? Yes. Shot down and crashed, maybe? I don't remember, honestly.
This is the Stromos we're talking about? Let me look it up.
Because it was down there for so long, I'm not entirely sure if we actually ever get that information. You know?
It just says it's from a destroyed world of Talthus. If I'm saying that right.
Yeah, Talthus. Halthun sleeper ship.
Had
So it's just a
defensive
sleeper ship.
technology, but it doesn't sound.
I don't think it'd be all that powerful. I'm with you. I
It
was
says it crash landed.
stronger.
It says it crash landed on P2A347.
Okay, so it was crashed.
Yeah.
So easy.
Yeah, I think so.
And the Sun Tzu.
Challenge.
That one didn't last long either. Didn't that die right next to the Korolev? Or did that get given to the Chinese after? I forget the timeline on all of them. They're so it gets confusing.
Yeah, I'd say challenging for that.
I'm with you. I mean, it is later, so maybe pretty hard.
Mhm.
Chat, what are we thinking? Probably engine trouble. They didn't have a Scotty. Just needed a Scotty. Scotty Stromos, you know?
Yep.
There's a Scotty Trek. There's Amos is the engineer in Expanse. There's not really an engineer in Stargate. We don't really need engineers outside of like maybe Atlantis.
Right, it's Sam, basically, isn't it? I guess whatever the science team people, you just kind of assume it's science team people.
Dr. Lee. A Teltac, which we've done a few times. There's so many different names for a Teltac.
Yep, the Daniel Jackson.
Which
See, now it's just the. We've already done the Daniel Jackson and O'Neill. It just wasn't under the.
Yeah.
What's it? Whatever that is.
The Tria. Ancient. Oh, this is the one that the pirates had.
Okay.
You know what? Let's see if we can find a better picture for this, honestly. Tria Stargate. Oh, definitely can find a better freaking picture.
Yeah.
That is the one we are going to use. Oh, no. Tria SG instead of SG1. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
That's how we will differentiate. Upload. And actually, we don't really have to because it's just right there.
Was the crew of that ship like in stasis or something, and then they woke it up, or were they? I'm trying to remember.
Honestly, let's read.
Yeah.
Command of Captain Helia. Though the war would ultimately be lost, the Tria fought successfully against the Wraith until they were battle scarred by multiple Wraith cruisers. When the order was delivered to recall Earth, Helia elected to proceed back to the Milky Way directly. This one's got a little grammar; it's throwing me off. Halfway through their journey, while caught in the deep void between the Pegasus and Milky Way galaxies, the Tria's hyperdrive failed. Instead of limping back into Pegasus, Helia chose to press on at 0.999, the speed of light.
Okay.
Though a million years would pass around them, they would return to Earth in less than 25 of their years. Halfway on the journey, Tria detected the presence of another vessel which had maneuvered alongside their position as they passed by. Reducing speed, Captain Helia found the Daedalus and immediately requested a hyperdrive transfer back to the city.
All right.
The ship.
So they were kind of in sort of a weird sort of time dilation thing happening or something like that. Yeah.
So it's not the pirate ship. I thought it was the pirate ship. This is, a time dilation one.
By pirates, do you mean the Traveler people?
Well,
I don't think we have had any of those ships, have we? Ooh.
I just felt a giant sneeze coming on. I thought I'd save y'all that by muting the microphone instead of blowing out everybody's ears real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, Sulu was captain. Ancient ship, though, it's got to be.
It was built to fight the Wraith, right? And then, so pretty well.
Is it pretty hard or impossible, y'all? Help us out. Yeah, they had engine trouble as well, but they had to move it to the point. They did have a Scotty thing. What are we thinking? Would
I want to say pretty hard, but then it is an ancient ship, but it was pre-ascended ancients, all right? But I guess we're saying they were super advanced.
Yeah. I guess, did they have the ability to ascend at this point? Had some done it, just not as like a culture? I guess we actually don't know that.
Yeah.
I'm sure some did, and that's why it was a continued thought. And hey, we need to do it.
Mm-hmm.
But chat, what are we thinking? Ancient ship, able to battle with the Wraith, but got
That's
overloaded.
pretty hard because it did say it was damaged by the Wraith, right? Scarred by multiple. Battle scarred by multiple Wraith cruisers. That says.
Yep. Yeah, let's go. Let's go pretty hard.
Mm-hmm.
Right where it is.
Yep.
I'm gonna minimize it just a little bit because these things are. You know what? Yeah, we know where that is. Cool. That gives us a little more light.
Mm-hmm.
Coolio and the gang. Next up is Triton. Space vessel under the command of Captain Shibo. This is the one I was thinking of.
Uh-huh.
Oh, maybe it's not. After its shield were destroyed by disabling drones, disqualifying the vessel after engines powered down.
Oh, it was one of the ships in the episode, that space race episode.
Yeah, that's just a space race. Where's the freaking pirate thing? Troop transport. Do y'all remember what pirate thing I'm thinking of? Trio was into the war Wraith level, probably equipped with drone weapon and had a ZPM on board. So yeah, pretty hard.
Yeah. Yep.
Uploads though. So many downloads now.
Mm-hmm.
Troop transport. And what were the other two? I don't even see them right there. Oh, Triton.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, where are we going to put one of these racing things? Obviously, weapons, they have smuggle capabilities and kind of were used to do that outside of the racing.
I would say that the Triton is easy because it's built for racing, not for fighting.
But also the smuggle capability, so it's got some kind of fight in it. So, easy, yeah.
Yeah.
That still makes sense. Because we put that in easy and it still got some fight.
Yeah.
The moon. We know it's a racing scene whenever there's a moon behind it.
Mm-hmm.
Troop transport. Obviously got some good defense to it just to be able to carry troops, but also not a whole bunch of offense.
It seems like its armor is what this depended on, because I think it's just meant to be like is drop ship the right word? It's just meant to stay together enough to get the troops down there safely. So I think it's just armored more than it is weaponized.
So challenging for strength or easy because it can't really fight back all that much?
I would say challenging because you probably have to fire on it a few times to get through the armor, or you have to have a certain level of weapon to do it.
That's kind of what I was thinking as well.
Mm-hmm.
Let's make some room for the good old... Oh, no. Where did I put it? Did I lose it? Oh, it's literally in my mouse right there. Found it. All right. Next up, we have the Udajit. Oh, that's just the actual name for a death glider.
It's just the name of a death glider. Okay.
I don't think I actually downloaded that, but maybe. The Ursini mothership. Okay, so this is Destiny stuff. Capital ship used by the Ursini, technologically advanced, bipedal species who occupy a galaxy distant from Earth. Ships are armed, though only the vessels encountered by Destiny so far have been derelict and clearly on the losing side of a battle with the once dormant fleet of drone ships.
Yeah, those are those, like, Telford ends up being on their ship for a while, right?
Yeah, that's that.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
And then Valhalla. One of the 5 motherships destroyed by replicator cruiser. Okay, it was one of their big ones. I was trying to remember exactly which one it was. Yeah, let's just go ahead and do those two. Yeah. Valhalla and Ursini. Where would we put those, you think?
The Valhalla, did that get, you were saying it got destroyed by who again? Sorry.
By the ghoul whenever they were kind of moving in. But that was Anubis is super strong. Or no, not the ghoul, excuse me, the replicators. Oh no. There we are. Oh no, that's not gonna happen. There we are.
It says the Valhalla and 5 other motherships destroyed a replicator cruiser. So that's got to be near impossible, right? If it destroyed, well, with mothership, with the help of, yeah, no, it says the Valhalla and 5 other motherships destroyed a replicator cruiser.
Oh, I totally read it
as 5 of them to destroy a replicator cruiser. But
oh, so it's definitely not on impossible. Because then, oh, come on.
I'm fine with it being impossible because, I mean, they had to use 5 of them to destroy a replicator cruiser, but a replicator cruiser is pretty, I mean, compared to like one of those against any other ship is, you know, impossible.
Yeah, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
What about the mystery ship Prometheus spot in the space bubble?
I think that's one we did last week that had the, if you look at impossible on last week's, I think it's that one with the little wingy things. I think it's that one, yeah. I think that one, that's the one. I think
because we still have no idea who those guys were at all.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool. Yeah, I'm with it down there. Like it makes sense. It's either that or pretty hard. It's either at the very tippity top of pretty hard, and we're not doing it. Oh, we did do it in exact order of. No, we didn't. We didn't do it in exact order last time. So yeah, we don't have to actually worry about that.
That's the Orsini mothership, probably pretty hard, I think. Yeah.
I almost want to put it in impossible just for the difficulty level of like the terrain where it lives in, you know?
Yeah.
But
I was thinking how they stood up against the drone, you know, those drones.
Yeah, but we'd only seen them derelict after millions of years, hundreds of thousands of years, or whatever it might have been.
At its peak, I don't know, but I'm thinking even at its peak, pretty hard. But I don't hate putting it in impossible.
Yeah, I mean,
impossible. I'm not going to die on that hill over it.
Yeah,
but
let's keep it on pretty hard. It just ultimately, I think, makes more sense. But now into the Wraith.
I know when you think about, I don't know if you've showed last week. I sent you that thing that has the size comparison of all the different ships and how big the Wraith cruiser is compared to everything else.
oh, do you still have the link for it?
I put it in, if you go, it should still be in messages. That's where I put it.
Oh, that's right. Okay, I was thinking it was in the private chat.
Yeah.
1 second. Gotcha. Yeah. Give me un momento, and it was in our Stargate Outpost chat, right?
Yeah. I think you might have pulled it up, but we didn't end up using it.
Copy link. Paste the link. Bring up a second video. Oh, not video, screen. I guess I can just do that. This one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's great.
Yeah.
Because that is the Wraith hive ship right here.
Yeah. Oh, so it's not the cruiser, it's the hive ship. Okay.
Yeah, this is the cruiser right here. Wraith cruiser.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, yeah, there we are.
Yeah.
There's the cruiser. Hive ship up top. Scout ship right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's that. Wow, Daniel Jackson, the
Yeah.
list. Apophis' mothership. Can we go to? Does it only want to like zoom into the one spot? Can I move it around? Oh, I can do that.
Yeah.
I forget how computers work sometimes.
Anyway, it's just kind of a cool graphic.
No, it's really cool. That freaking Ori Supergate, just to see that shit go through it like that.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, that's impossible in half right there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and there's just the regular Ori Supergate prototype.
Yeah.
And then you get that actual one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. Yeah, all these nice old ancient warships right there.
Yep.
Daedalus class, Prometheus class. Wow, look how much smaller.
Mm-hmm.
And Destiny.
Mm-hmm.
Assurin, Alteran Cruiser. Ra's pyramid ship. Shoot.
Yeah.
Look at that. That would sit right on top of Anubis' mothership kind of deal right there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I wonder what Ra's mothership looked like.
Oh, I don't know.
I guess we never actually got to see
Just
it.
kind of make it like they give you the impression that it's just the pyramid and that's it. But maybe it did have. We don't really see in the movie if there was a thing orbiting that it came down from. I don't think they show that in the movie.
I'm not entirely positive.
Yeah.
This is just such a good graphic. It shows you everything.
Yep. Yeah.
The Wraith cruiser and the Wraith scout ship, though, are up next.
Yeah.
Where would we put them? Where would we put the scout ship? Able to go through gates just like the darts can.
Right.
Faster, I believe. More stealthy. I think they're. I'd say challenging is where I'd naturally put
The scout ship, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
I bet the Ori City flew in my mind also. Interesting. Yeah, I would think so.
Would Atlantis fit through the Ori Supergate? Probably.
Ooh. Talk about doing something freaking cool.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh, please. Please and a half instead of scary and a half this time, or challenging and a half, please.
Right.
Does the scout ship have weapons? Oh, yeah. I think all the Wraith ships have weapons.
Yeah.
And the ability to just zap people up and do all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
And this one was stealthier. So, sneaky little bugger there.
Yep. It is very similar to a dart ship, I think.
So, and it was challenging as well, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's the dart ship. Just odd shape picture. Wraith Cruiser.
Pretty hard.
I think pretty hard as well. If the Orsini mothership is right there, I think the Wraith Cruiser would be right there as well. Now we put the Wraith Hive ship.
The Hive ship has got to be like impossible because it's huge. It's so huge.
I don't think we have a Hive ship.
The biggest ship of all the Stargate ships, except maybe the Ori, the Supergate, and I don't know. Maybe the Supergate's bigger. About the only thing.
Oh my god, where is
I mean, as far as the length, I guess maybe Atlantis is bigger because it's a circle, I guess. But Atlantis is probably bigger. But,
we forgot to download the Wraith Hive ship. Oh no, we did do it last time.
The Hive ship? Did we?
Yeah, because it just looks.
Was it one specifically named?
I think it was, but we do have it. I'll even. What's that?
Okay.
This one right.
Yep.
Getting back down into the jumble down there.
Right.
But no, Wraith Hive ship.
Right.
Impossible. Yeah,
Then
because
it's the X-wings, which I think we could probably clump those together as one.
the X-wings.
Or the F.
Where are we? Where are we?
Well, the X-301, those were like the experimental versions, right? So they're probably challenging.
They might
The
even
F,
be easy,
the ones
honestly.
that are F, that's like the final one, right? Final version.
Yeah, the F for the final ones. I
Yeah.
believe we already did all those.
Yeah.
So these were both the two initial. I'd
Mhm.
honestly put them at. I kind of might put them both at easy. What do you think? The X-302 would be challenging at least. 301.
Maybe the 3. I mean, there's a 303 listed too, so maybe the 303 would be the first two easy. Maybe the third one challenging.
303 is Prometheus.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, that was
Okay.
funky. Howdy. Pretty hard.
Mhm.
Oh, that's not for 301 or 302, is it?
For pretty hard.
Because honestly, I think X301
At the experiment stage, it was easy because is that the one that Teal'c and O'Neill get stranded in? 301.
Yes, because that's the one that still has
Yeah.
the Death Glider tech in there.
Mhm. Yeah.
No, it wasn't. Okay. Has anyone else ever wanted their own warp shuttle just to use as a kind of space RV?
Yeah.
Why, yes.
Ever.
But of course. Yeah. I think
That's
both
pretty-
will be easy. Do you think the 302 challenging or keep it right where it is?
I'm fine with it's kind of right in between there. It's like you could go easy and a half, and challenging.
It kind of depends who's
Yeah.
flying it, I guess.
Mhm. Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah.
Chat, how do we look? This is the second half of the list.
It's good.
This?
Yeah.
301 was a death trap. Like, actually, though.
Yeah. Yeah, it was.
That was one of those things that they didn't stop to ask if they should
Mhm.
do it, rather than, oh, yeah, we definitely can. Let's try
Yeah.
that.
Mhm.
It's like, oh, well, okay. You probably should do it, but let's figure out the right way to do it. Yeah, I'm still holding up my own pedal jumper.
Mhm.
You know what? We don't know where time machine pedal jumper.
Yeah. I mean, it would be the same as puddle jumper with time travel. Which makes it.
Yeah, it just looks
Does
like
that mean to escape battle, you could just jump to another time? Oh, that could be really hard. Because what if you could like do short time jumps, like what you can get a glimpse of like the battlefield in the future, and then jump back and fight. Anyway,
I
you know?
mean, can't never could. I mean, a good.
Yeah. I
know what
mean, it's an interesting idea. I don't know if it's able.
Well,
but,
because obviously, Enterprise is kind of where my brain's on to a degree. That kind of feels a little enterprisey, and that
Mhm.
would totally work.
Mhm.
It would be hard to kind of navigate so you wouldn't mess things up, but also if you were careful,
Right. Yeah.
you win 10 times out of 10.
Mhm.
So pretty hard as well.
Yeah.
Okay, because it's just not strong enough to probably
Right.
fight too much.
Yeah.
Oh, that's behind that. That's why. Let me bring that to the front.
But it is a cool ship. I mean, it can fly. You can use it. You can like make it a submarine too, right?
I
But
think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Ball did that in Stargate Continuum to conquer all the Ghoul. Have you done the alien ship from Atlantis in the alternate reality? I believe so. Fuck yeah. I think we put it in pretty hard because we didn't know if it was good enough to put him in Impossible just yet, and it was able to be escaped from.
Mhm.
Yeah, I kind of think that's it.
Mhm.
Nothing in the second half of Stargate was too easy. And if anything
Yeah,
was,
they definitely, yeah.
it would
The
be that.
earlier episodes, it was, it got a lot more advanced as the show went on.
Ooh, which is kind of some of our favorite stuff. Realistic. I love how they did it. Yeah, that's the only one that I think maybe could go into easy, but
Mm-hmm.
it chose easy. Chat chooseth what it chooseth. Yeah, well, okay. Well, this is our ultimate list right here.
Mm-hmm.
The first half of Gate World's list
Mm-hmm.
of
A through K, I believe it was. Yeah.
ships.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. A
Thank
through
you,
K.
World, by the way, for having that list.
Yeah. Thank you. No
Mhm.
replicator on a puddle jumper. I need a cup of tea every few hours. Yeah, I guess the Lantians were still just they didn't I guess print food the way kind of Star Trek does or anything like that, did they?
Yeah, they didn't really do that. It's like they could maybe they felt like it would just be too easy to
Well, yeah,
turn
was that
that.
against their
But,
like religious kind of beliefs almost?
right. Or maybe I was thinking like the writers maybe thought it would just be too easy. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe just copying kind of. Oh,
Yeah.
well, that's
Or
sci-fi.
making it like Star Trek or whatever, yeah.
And it
But
was
yeah, it
still
seems kind of weird they didn't have something like that, like a food printer or something at least, They just never
some.
went there, I don't think.
I'm sure they had Miracle Grow, but I don't know
Yeah.
what else. Like like.
And they had that weird addictive corn or whatever.
Yeah, that's right.
I forget what it's called.
High fructose corn syrup.
Yeah.
I mean,
Was that the
just
Ashen? Was the Ashen behind that? Or
I think, yeah, was that one of the things that was sterilizing the population?
I think so. Yeah.
Hopefully, that's not what high fructose corn syrup actually has done. We don't know. Ba-ba-ba-bum, ba-ba-ba-bum. Have we done the Traveler's generational ship?
I don't know. I was like, did we do a Travelers? I don't remember what they were called. I was thinking of that earlier. Did we do the Travelers ship? Maybe I have to look. I don't think, unless it was listed as something else and we didn't
I
realize
don't
that's what it was.
think we did. Oh, maybe it was an Aurora class battleship, is what it was.
Oh, okay.
Is
But did we do that?
Well, that's the one with Helia, right?
Yeah, that's the one with.
No, that's Laren. That's the pirate thing.
Yeah, that's the one you're talking about. That's when, like, yeah,
We
Shepard,
definitely did do it.
Shepard and her kind of have a thing, but it just never really happens. They never really get together because of, what's going on.
Well, they should have, and we need.
Or maybe they did once. I don't know.
Fergus.
Yeah, it would have been cool to explore that some more. Like,
Yeah, come on, that and Eris Bach, the two coolest things we could have done. We just didn't get more of. Pirates and bounty hunters fit perfectly into all this.
yeah.
Okay, definitely still.
I would say they're probably.
Because what
I
kind
want
of
to say challenging because they're like kind of their ability to repair their ships is kind of limited, and it's all kind of like put together with whatever spare parts they can get to make it keep it running.
Yeah, they serve a purpose similar to a hive ship or ancient city ships on a much smaller scale. Yeah,
I would say
half the size of a Daedalus class, so kind of Prometheus, a little bit bigger than Prometheus size. Hyperspace capable, equipped with shields and energy weapons. Yeah, but they're life ships, which kind of are a holdback just as much as they are a helpful thing.
Right.
Pretty hard or challenging, you think? Chat, any help?
I want to say challenging, but it's kind of right on that line between challenging and pretty hard because they like to fight. I don't know if they like to fight, but they're survivors. You know,
Yeah, and they're
they're
used to
fighters,
fighting out of
survivors.
necessity,
Yeah.
at least.
Hmm.
Well, I'll make some room over here.
Yeah.
Because it does kind of seem like they might
They're
fit.
kind of scrappy.
And they're pretty hard. Just because of
Mhm.
that scrappiness.
Hmm.
There y'all are.
Hmm.
Welcome to the club.
Yep.
The travelers. The pirates that I couldn't remember.
Yeah.
They've made it.
They never, they didn't have enough time to delve into it, but it would have been interesting to get more of the travelers, I think.
Yeah. They could go up against the veneer, so challenging.
Mhm.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, so challenging. Oh, well, we'd say pretty hard. I think over that.
I think where it is fine.
Yeah.
Just because they're willing to, like, they're not going to give up easy.
No. And if they're going down,
Mm-hmm.
their whole people are dying, they're going to take you with them.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Which you can't blame them at that point.
Nope.
Yeah, no, they would have been a storyline as well as Erisbach, of course. That would have been so freaking cool to just see continued. Like, it's so seamless. I know it's starting to feel a little Star Warsy, which you also get into if you do that, but it's there's bounty hunters and pirates in Star Trek. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, and there was those goofy looking alien guys that tried to steal the Prometheus or whatever.
Which X303, go for it.
Yeah.
It wasn't even an F class yet.
Yep. It's also the episode we meet Vala. So cool.
Yeah. Farscape with Claudia Black is so much fun right now, honestly.
Oh yeah, I'm really
take out a Star Destroyer. Ooh, I was gonna ask the same thing about Moya.
Oh yeah. Well, but I think Moya is only challenging though, because it's a prison transport.
She doesn't have any weapons. Yeah,
she does have hyperdrive or whatever they call it in Farscape.
She's got a hyperdrive, and she's got now we just got to the episode. Obviously, I don't know what happens, but she has shields
and a little bit some weapons. More defensive though, I think. Yeah,
she'd be on that cusp. I think she'd be kind of like this, just because this is almost a living ship in its own way.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I think an Ori ship could take out a Star Destroyer easy.
I think an Ori ship could take out a Star Destroyer.
Yeah.
And if not take it out, give it a damn good challenge. With cursed crew, no life support needed, the Pearl needs to turn the sails into a solar sail. Yeah, she'll fly.
That's what we need. Real space pirate ships.
Small
ships built for space.
I don't necessarily want to see any more live action remakes.
Treasure. What was that?
Treasure Planet and Atlantis.
Yeah,
I'm okay with. Take my money at that point. Outside of that, Lilo and Stitch, and I don't think we need anything else. Just start giving us sequels in a series for Lilo and Stitch, and give us no more.
Yep.
Which we will totally be covering Lilo and Stitch as it comes out, y'all, because it's the best ever, and it's very sci-fi. So.
It has an alien, so it has to be science fiction.
It's super sci-fi. They have spaceships It's so great. It's awesome. I love it so much. And my 3-year-old niece loves it. So
yeah,
it's great, and it's not a suffer through. It's legit good, so it's nice. Yeah. But just Star Destroyer wise, realistically, Hive ship.
We said Ori ship earlier already, so
Ori totally good.
But I think Replicator, any of those on the Impossible, I think could take out a Star Destroyer.
I think these two Asgard ships would be the ones that you have to maybe stand up against a little bit or have a little bit more trouble, but they can just get close to the Star Destroyer and then, take their what am I trying to use that I'm forgetting right now? What do? The Asgard, they just remove things.
Transport?
Beam. Yeah,
beam.
Transport. Yeah, they beam.
Yeah.
They beam it out. They
Beam.
could just beam out their weapon system whenever they needed to. That's not something that Star Destroyers are used to fighting against.
Right. There is no transporter technology in Star Wars, is there?
No, I don't think so. Not like that.
Yeah.
And all of these are going to take out Moya. Sorry, Moya.
Yeah.
Now,
I think some of the challenging ships could take out Moya.
I think so too. I think Moya might be on pretty hard, just barely on pretty hard.
Right.
But she could be taken out by the challenging ships. I don't know. Maybe she would just still naturally be challenging. Anyway, take out Moya and Star Destroyer, yeah or nay?
Could Moya take out what?
I think this could take out Moya, but do you think it could take out a Star Destroyer as well?
It might take a couple of those to do that.
Okay, I'm kind of with you. Because this is not necessarily...
I'd have to see the size comparison. How does that ship compare to a Star Destroyer in terms of size?
Well, this one would be on...
I think
this
it's
class
one of those down there.
Is Daedalus class down here, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
And and Star Destroyer is at least probably twice the size of Destiny. Yeah. That's a no-go.
Yeah. And I don't know, Moya seems like a pretty, Moya's a pretty big ship because it did one of the Peacekeeper ships transports landed inside of it. So, I mean, it has like a bay for ships. So Moya's got to be pretty big. Yeah.
One for the chat, X-Wing or Viper from Battlestar Galactica, which would win? Oh, that's one for the chat. Anything pretty hard and above probably could take a Star Destroyer. I don't know if these would take on Star Destroyer. I think the puddle jumpers might be able to take on a Star Destroyer. I think they would get destroyed pretty easily by it as well, though. They could both take on Moya.
They had like more than one, and they knew the spots on the ship to hit, where they could kind of zip in, hit the spot, zip out. And if several of them could do that, like in a coordinated thing, probably could do it. Yeah.
Yeah, and if one X-Wing can do a bunch of stuff to a Death Star, I think one of these, if they shot it in the right place, could.
Yeah.
I don't know about either one of these guys though. Maybe with the Asgard tech, because then they could, transport and teleport stuff out.
Right.
What about the Ori fighter?
Yeah, a bunch of them could do that.
I think a bunch of them could. Spider? I don't think a spider could do either one. I think Moya could take on the spider.
Yeah.
Come on, Moya. I think the puddle jumpers both take on Moya as well.
Yeah.
I think the Ori fighter could take on Moya.
Yep.
How about what was this one again?
The Tria, whatever.
Tria.
Was it Tria? Or I know it's that ancient, like, Wraith warship. Or fought in the Wraith Wars, I mean,
it could probably even take on a Star Destroyer. Because the Star Destroyer's got to be somewhere in this kind of range.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
if not a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's insane. Atlantis. Okay, well, if that's the actual size, Atlantis is at least bigger than a Ori ship in that. That's just so interesting. I love that guy.
Well, Atlantis is kind of just, when you're seeing like just the width of it, but if you're, it's a big circle, so it's pretty huge.
Well, then Atlantis couldn't get through that thing.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a hive ship could, going straight through.
Mm-hmm.
Well, also, hold up. I just blew completely the Ori warship.
Yeah.
And it's able to get through. Oh, that is what's inside of that. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Great graphics. Still, I could just look at that all day.
Yeah. Yeah.
But okay, I think I could take out both Moya and probably a Star Destroyer just because of Atlantis tech. Or do you think maybe not?
Oh, I think that could probably pretty easily take out a Star Destroyer. I think.
Yeah, that's kind of my first instinct as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, their tech is totally capable. What's this guy again?
Is it a replicator?
Yeah, replicator.
Yeah, the purple light. It's got the purple light like the big ship.
Yeah, they could totally take out Moya. I don't know about the Star Destroyer.
Right.
Well, Star Destroyer's technology, technically they can do whatever they want to with technology.
Mm-hmm.
They might have a harder time with Moya. So yeah, probably both.
Because Moya is a living ship also. It's not just a machine. So a Leviathan.
So cool.
Yeah.
Ursini though? Probably Moya. Maybe Moya.
Yeah.
Oh,
definitely Moya.
You think a Star Destroyer?
I think it'd be a challenge.
I think so as well. I just don't know the actual capabilities at the peak,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You need to see ships with width-wise to be able to tell if it can fit through a super gate. That's true, Stanley.
Yeah.
Replicators would just eat the ISD. Yep. That first shot of a Star Destroyer in A New Hope changed my worldview of spaceships. I'm with you, Peter. It's Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
It might not be super sci-fi, 100%.
Right.
But they end up to do the sci-fi well when it does.
Yeah.
Wraith Cruiser. Also a Leviathan. Sorry, Moya.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, they're living ships too. I forgot that.
Moya isn't armed though. Moya's armed, isn't Moya? Just not like super well armed, right?
Kind of some defensive weapons because it's a prison transport ship.
Yeah.
So I thought there was at least some defensive weapons. I thought. I don't know. Maybe we should look that up. I thought that we'd seen it. We're only a few episodes in, but I thought we've seen her fire weapons already once. But maybe I'm wrong.
Is Moya armed? No. In the context of the TV show Farscape, Moya Leviathan is not armed with weapons. She's a great
shields.
But her
they have shields, I think. Does it have shields?
Oh yeah, it has shields.
Okay. So it's
Moya is armed. Wow. Yeah, well, Moya gonna. I lied. Every single one of the ones I'm pretty hard is going to whack Moya.
Yeah, that's what I said. Everything, like even
in challenge,
they're just completely defensive. They'd either have to their shields would have to hold out, or they'd just jump. The shields will hold out long enough to jump to hyperspace and escape the situation.
Oh, Tony, we are not aware of that yet. We're still in the first few episodes of the entire series, but her son is a warship is going to be awesome if that's the case. I didn't really. How does a Leviathan birth? Anyway, I don't. That's a lot.
It's been a long time since I watched the show, so I don't remember. I don't remember that. So we're gonna get to it.
And Gate Crash,
spoilers.
Makes sense.
But I have already seen it, so I can't claim that. But
Well, okay. Well, then, does the Hive ship? Excuse me. Does the cruiser destroy a Star Destroyer?
a Wraith
The
cruiser?
Hive ship does, doesn't it? I think the Hive ship did.
The Hive ship is huge. It's like way bigger. So yeah.
I think a cruiser probably would. It would at least give it a good fight. Where's the
yeah, I
Wraith?
think a cruiser it might be pretty even match there.
There we are.
Yeah.
The Star Destroyer might be a little bit bigger, but again, it's a living ship. Like I think,
Right.
and I obviously haven't seen much of Farscape just yet, and y'all can kind of y'all will know better, or yay or nay with it. But Moya doesn't necessarily seem to defend herself all that much. She relies on pilot, like who's integrated with her. Where I guess they have a bit of that with the Wraith pilots, but also I feel like the ship is
because
it tries to defend itself more, right? Taylor, is that what you're thinking?
Yeah, Taylor, like she could drive it or whatever because she had Wraith DNA or whatever, right? So
plug into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no spoilers, please. Yeah, David hasn't seen it as well.
Yeah.
But that's pretty damn cool, honestly, huh, David? It sounds cool. I'm excited. Yeah, but okay. Last up, Traveler ship. Not a living ship, but a living ship nonetheless.
Right.
Moya, sorry.
Star that's very iffy. I don't unless they find a way to, hit that right spot and just yeah.
I'm with you. I don't think so. Yeah.
I think the challenging and easy ships, no way, obviously, but
yeah, no, I don't think. I think maybe the challenging could probably take on, of course, Moya. Easy ships, Moya might be able to defend against a little bit just because of her shields, but outside of that,
But I think she just have to starburst or whatever. We're calling it hyperdrive, but whatever, the same kind of idea. Yeah.
I do like the idea of starburst.
Yeah.
I'll tell you later. What I was just about to think of. Anyway, but which would you rather live on? Star Destroyer or Moya, I guess at first.
Oh, of those two? Star Destroyer. Although I like the Moya as a living ship, that could be cool.
I feel like the air would be better on Moya.
Probably.
But also it is
Star Destroyer has all the, everything.
It has everything. It's just so sterile at the same time.
Yeah, it's very it's not
aesthetically
warm.
Moya.
Moya's kind of warm, fuzzy family feel.
It has at least food printers. Food cubes.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Ooh. What is a food cube?
I don't think they make. I think they have to buy those, don't they? Or I don't know if the ship produces them or not. I don't.
Okay, I hope the ship doesn't produce them because that would raise some questions quickly.
Yeah.
And also, what would Moya eat? I guess space stuff. Anyway, I'm just kind of wandering off in thought.
That's a good question, though. Now I'm like, what does Moya eat?
Space plankton? Like,
I guess must be something like that. Yeah.
Because that makes me think of I haven't gotten to the space whales in Star Trek, of course, yet, but the space whales in Star Wars, they kind of do something similar to that. Moya. Oh God. But I don't know because the warmth of Moya, I'm gonna go with Star Destroyer. No sofas in a Star Destroyer. That's true, Peter. Star Destroyer rather than be on a ship with Rigel. Oh, I'd be hanging out with Rigel.
Oh yeah.
I wouldn't be I'd mess with them, but I
Mhm.
wouldn't lean into all the BS. But I'd hang out with them.
Yeah.
I'd just fun.
Yeah. Just stay outside of spitting distance.
Yeah, and stay outside of obviously Luxons are huge, but the freaking tongue whip, I don't want to be anywhere near
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, exactly.
But these though, out of the impossibles, would you rather live on an Ori ship? Obviously, we don't want to live in a replicator ship.
That's like not for. I mean, that doesn't. Do they even? I mean, it's not human, so does it even have like? I mean, isn't the ship itself the replicators or
I think so.
whatever? But yeah,
Yeah, that's a no
but
go.
there's no like living quarters, environment, that kind. I don't think it has any of that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that's just a big no go. Out of these, well, because these are both Asgard ships, we'll just say Asgard ship in general. Would you rather live on an Asgard ship, the Ori ship, or a Wraith ship?
Asgard. Because Wraith ships are kind of gooey.
They are a little gooey.
And I don't want to live on an Ori ship because I really don't want to have to live under their rules. So.
I don't want to live on an Ori ship either, but it's definitely the most homely. The Asgard ship are meant for like little tiny clone people that don't even really sleep, do they?
I don't
I don't
actually.
I just don't know if it's.
I would assume they must sleep at least.
Yeah, I guess they gotta sleep.
Maybe they don't need to as much as humans, but.
Dude, I'm gonna actually Google that. Asgard sleep in Stargate. They don't sleep in the traditional sense as they are not biological and do not require rest.
Oh, okay. Not biological.
Because the clone, because they're almost a biological machine in a sense.
Okay.
I guess be a Wraith worshiper and gain immortality.
Yeah.
I mean, also not like if these were your options.
Right. Do you want to live on a ship with a bunch of vampires, space vampires trying to suck your life force?
Or you can get life force if you're one of their worshippers.
Yeah.
What if the ships were crewed by friends instead of power-hungry megalomaniacs? Oh, Ori all day.
The Ori? Oh yeah, then Ori ship, yeah.
That's But I think I'd still go Asgard if we're talking like actual like the megalomaniac aspect is part of everything. Mm-hmm. But the Ori ship is the most homely.
Yeah.
And then the Wraith and then Asgard, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Would you say otherwise, or would you rather the sterility over the swampy?
Yeah.
I'm used to swamp, so that's where I was thinking.
Swampy is just not, no. And replicator ship, I don't know if a human could live on a replicator ship. I don't think it's built for that.
They make the air for us whenever we...
Right, they make a chamber or whatever for that. So that replicator Sam can stab Daniel with her T2 sword arm.
Well, after, Sam stabbed the replicator dude in the back, they stabbed us many times. Yeah. They were like, let's take out all the Stargate folk. Every human being possible.
Right.
Not the friendliest of people. Yeah. Or robots, I guess. Yeah. Will Asgard ships come with toilets? I don't think so.
They must, if they eat, don't they?
I don't think they eat.
Or they don't eat? Okay.
I think the mouth
is just surprised, like, they're not biological? Like, what? Even if they're clones? That's, tricky to me. But anyway.
We don't see any orifices, I guess.
Yeah, but, yeah.
I guess they are walking puppets as well in that sense, but
Mm-hmm.
you'd have to show some kind of. They do eat. Light Rider says they do eat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I guess so. Because then, yeah, I guess they just vomit up their food, or do they just break it down naturally and sweat it out?
Yeah, we don't really get to know.
That's right. The textures.
Ah.
Maybe he's doing like some Hunger Games District 1 where he just, or the Capitol or whatever, where he eats and then throws up. They're in squares. Okay. I remember that. They do eat. Thor gave some food. Gave Carter some food. She didn't like it. Aye.
Yeah, I kind of remember that now. I like the
Well, again. Oh, okay. Well, same thing for how about all these? Which one of these would you rather live in, and which one of these do you think these obviously could all take out Moya, but do you think all of the impossible at least? We'll just do those real quick. Could take out a Star Destroyer?
Yeah.
I think so.
Mm-hmm.
I'm with you.
I definitely want to live in Atlantis. I mean,
yeah, Atlantis.
Yeah.
Atlantis easily wins that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But overall, that's it.
Mm-hmm. Ta-da!
Ta-da! Not any too easies today, which is kind of cool. And a nice jumbled mess down there at the bottom.
Yep.
Perfect. Well,
oh, of course, David, you had to say that. You had to
that's how they're able to walk around just fine, you know. Yeah. Nobody notices a thing.
Yep.
They've got Velcro on them.
Nope. They just have a skin flap that you can't see.
To be Asgard tech. I mean, God, I just start thinking about South Park episodes now where they. Anyway, we won't get into that.
South Park, so I don't know. I mean, I'm familiar kind of a little bit with it, but.
Oh, I love it. I've never been like a person that watches it week to week or even like a season to season. I don't think I've watched it like a season in its entirety ever.
Mm-hmm.
But if you find an episode that's about something that looks funny, or just an episode that is on TV or just on cable, and you just have your TV on,
right?
They're very topical. They're very good about being topical, and damn, they're funny. But they are raunchy, which is obviously a good time. The hand up there. How to keep TV. Honestly, I think we might be about to head out of here. We're an hour 40 into it. We just finished up a giant list, of course, of...
Or like the yellow ones. That's right.
Every Stargate list.
Yeah. So are we going... Well, see, this is a bonus episode, so we're supposed to be like next Wednesday. Are we doing next Wednesday, or are we going to...
We can. I'm totally down if you are, but if we...
I don't know what we'll talk about. We'll have to figure that out.
Yeah.
Something Stargate.
Yeah, we will post this, obviously, this kind of list that we made today on the community tab here in a few minutes. And y'all let us know if there are any other topics that you would like. And, of course, if you agree or disagree with anything that was on the list in the order that it came out. You know? And also, of course, afterthoughts on Daredevil tonight in about 4.5 hours, I believe. So come hang out with us there, and we're going to have the Afterthoughts crew and maybe a couple of SciTrek folk. We will see.
I will be there in chat. I won't be able to be on camera, but I'll be there.
But that's going to be a lot of fun to talk about all that stuff. I'm pumped for it.
Yeah, it was where the last episodes, I was just like, wow, this is a really good show. It was like all this build. They were like sort of building up to this, like, and then now it's going now, like all that was build up, and then the last episode, like, okay, now the show is going.
We'll get into spoilers tonight, obviously, and we won't get into spoilers now, but episode 5 could have been mishandled very easily, and instead was like graceful and fun and tonally a little bit different, but still fit just fine and did what it needed to propel what happened in the not episode. Was it 5 and 6 or 6 and 7?
I don't remember.
Whatever.
Over
The first episode from last night did that.
It's in there.
Us into the second episode
Mm-hmm.
to do what
you
just said. And,
mm-hmm. And it's kind of dark. Just a little bit. Just a little. Yeah.
Really, Peter? You didn't like Severance? All style, no substance?
I haven't watched it.
5 and 6. Thank you.
I keep hearing everybody like raving about it, but I have not watched it yet.
You were the first person that I've heard to not like it, actually. I really wanted to watch it because my roommate and I have been watching Parks and Rec, and Adam Scott's obviously a huge part of that. So him and Rob Lowe have become staples of that show at the part we're in, and I love it so much.
Mm-hmm.
As Chris Traeger would say, it is literally one of my favorite sitcoms ever.
Mm-hmm.
So Severance is sci-fi. I feel like we ought to look at it at some point, but we will get to it in due time. Someday. Over the AI rainbow, because it's all AI and stuff like that, right? It's kind of all trippy technology stuff, I believe.
I have no. I mean, I've heard what the premise of it is, but I don't know the details at all.
Me either. That is all I got. Trippy technology.
Yeah.
I guess I don't know why *Halt and Catch Fire* came to mind, but that's the only other thing I can think that. But that with more trippiness, that with some kind of like psychedelia added in it, I have no idea.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway.
I'm trying to get caught up on For All Mankind, which I hope it gets more interesting. I'm kind of bored, to be honest.
Really?
So far, yeah.
How far are you in? You said like 4 or 5 episodes last time.
Started season. I'm a couple episodes into season 2.
Oh, okay.
So.
Really? Even after a full season and a couple episodes?
It's boring. It's like, I mean, the concept is interesting, but they seem to be just getting into the. Anyway, I mean, 2 is becoming a little more interesting, but it's just like it's like it's supposed to be like alternate future, but it just, I don't know. It just
is it
delving into all these personal relationships.
History?
No, that part doesn't bother me because I love history, but and I want more of them exploring like the alternativeness. It just seems like that's sort of the backdrop rather than the focus. And I don't know. But
interesting. Yeah, I really want to watch it, especially now that new show that's, I guess, a spinoff, a sister show more so almost to it, is coming out.
Mm-hmm.
Find some time for that out of a million other things I need to watch or want to watch. But next up is Lilo and Stitch, of course, because got to prepare for that one.
Right. And that's a movie, or is that going to be a movie or a series? A movie.
It's going to be a movie, and I hope it's actually going to be more, because if anything needs to continue in their reboots, yada, 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 it's give us more of Lilo and Stitch. Because originally it's Lilo and Stitch, and there's Stitch the movie, I believe. And then there's
a 2, isn't there? Just Lilo and Stitch 2.
There's 3 or 4 seasons of a show. Then Lilo and Stitch the movie, I think, ends. Lilo and Stitch 2 the movie, excuse me, ends the show, I believe. And then there's a Leroy and Stitch as well. And I used to love all of it.
Yeah.
But I need to rewatch
it. That's what I'm hoping. That's why I'm continuing to watch it, because I'm hoping that this is all just so good to know that. I'll keep watching.
Everyone's different. I love The Simpsons, but find South Park crude and unfunny. It is very crude, and if you're not a fan of crudeness or don't like that, I guess, type of humor, you might find it unfunny. But through that crudeness, they do guys some very, very poignant commentary on social
Mm-hmm.
topics. And they're actually really good about doing it, but very, very crude in doing so a lot of time.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the crude humor. So
Yeah, I get that.
it's like my husband likes Rick and Morty. I don't. It's just not my thing.
Are you probably not a
Fine.
It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia person, huh?
I've never watched that. I don't think I might have watched when it very like a long time ago, and I think I wasn't a fan of it. So I
Yeah,
yeah.
probably not.
Okay.
I guess because I've always just been such a film buff, I've kind of trained myself to watch everything. So I
Right.
don't necessarily
Right.
like. I obviously have my favorites in every type of thing, but I don't mind any
Right.
or I have the ones I lean towards, but I wouldn't necessarily say I have like a favorite type of comedy necessarily either. As long as it makes me laugh, it makes me laugh. But
Yep.
you know, it's kind of
I think that might be kind of a generational thing too, and I think it's more. I don't know, maybe more of like a guy thing, not exclusively, but
well, no, that makes sense as well, and
yeah.
generational where
Mhm.
obviously I'm the baby out of SciTrek and
Mhm.
26, born in 99. At that
Yeah.
point,
Yeah.
even the folks younger than me, everybody has just been raised with technology, which
Right.
has had all the streaming services. Cable, even
Mhm.
when cable was on, was at its like peak because
Yeah.
it just had constant everything. Just choose your channel, whatever genre you wanted, whatever show
Right.
you wanted might be on a specific
Yeah.
channel on reruns.
Mhm.
You had everything at your fingertips, and essentially we've delved into everything because it was there to delve into.
Mhm.
Just at some point or another, or at least most people have. And I'm definitely one of those people. I wouldn't even say most people. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Generalizing, I definitely have myself.
Yeah.
Peter says, I love Rick and Morty. I do too. Question and a video that I've been thinking about doing that I'd like to do because I kind of want to do some videos and maybe get Chazz to do some videos as well because I know he's a big Rick and Morty guy as well. Do you prefer, of course, Rick and Morty or Solar Opposites? And which one do you think is more true sci-fi?
I haven't seen either, so
Solar Opposites is less crude than Rick and Morty.
Well, I've
but
seen some Rick and Morty, but
some Rick and Morty is probably tolerable. But there are other episodes that definitely lean into that crudeness. David, watch Korean film Project Wolf Hunting, described as sci-fi action horror. It was awesome, but extremely violent. Yeah, you messaged me about that the other day, and it sounds really good. I put it on my watch list for IMDb. I don't know when I'm going to watch it, but the trailer was really good. David's never seen either. What do you think, Peter? Have you seen Solar Opposites? I guess is the main question I should ask before I ask that question. But for anyone that's made it this far in this video, of course, put down in the chat below after you've watched it. Do you prefer Rick and Morty, Solar Opposites, or Solar Opposites? And which one do you think is actually more like actual sci-fi? Because obviously Rick and Morty is film buff oriented, where they're just making fun of films and kind of doing things based off of that. And then Solar Opposites is super sci-fi, but they also lean into general sitcom things as well. Rick and Morty always for what you prefer.
I'm surprised you haven't mentioned your favorite, Futurama.
Oh, well, Futurama is the best. So it doesn't... Oh, David literally was on the same thing. Yeah. I love some Futurama. Okay. I guess that's in the way of sci-fi as well. Solar Opposites personally might be a better sci-fi show for me, but I haven't figured out exactly why. And when I do, I will make a video for you and for everyone else, of course. I just wanted to make the rhyme, so I can finish it. But I think we're an hour 51 into this.
I gotta go get my daughter here pretty soon. So
let's go ahead and head out of here. Thank y'all for hanging so much.
It's fun.
Had a lot of fun. Futurama is Prometheus.
And hey, let us know like what other Stargate stuff you'd like us to either tier list or talk about or rate, whatever,
Yes.
or whatever
All of
ideas
the
you have
above.
about Stargate related anything. We'd like to know.
We, of course, will be posting this in the community tab, this whole big old list down here.
Mhm.
And come by for afterthoughts later. But in that community tab, note, put all that stuff Sarah just mentioned, please. That'd be awesome.
Mhm. Yep.
Thank y'all, and have a wonderful day. Whatever thing I'm trying to put up here. And adios.